kind of implement a reading strategy.
I should have brought forth.
So basically what we're doing is actually doing some pull-out instruction from our math class. I pulled out 3 of my students, so we did some one-on-one individualized instruction, little group instruction on how to read word problems to find the important information so we can solve them correctly. So the strategy, the reading strategy I want to use is what we want to do is before we read number 1, we want to talk about preview the text, the sentence. Look at the title, the pictures, the print, and what are the most relevant thoughts for them. So there's no pictures, it's not a really good story, but so you just kind of read it. It says you have $65 to spend on lunch at a local pizza. The medium pizzas are $10, and the large pizzas are $12. You want to just write an equation that models the different amounts of medium and large pizzas you can buy. What we can buy based on how much money we have, right? So also we want to kind of build background by activating appropriate prior knowledge about what the VA, what do you guys know about them? What's your favorite? I always go to Costco and I'm a combo. That's my favorite one. Yeah, Costco. We got a raised pizza. Try to live up in North Carolina. We got a raised pizza. Actually, my favorite is the building of like fit. But basically, kind of set purpose for reading, asking the question, what do we want to learn? So essentially, what are we trying to find out? What is the question asking? So, what are we trying to solve? So, first and foremost, let's go through, that's it, asking how many people of each kind we can have a day. So, first thing you want to do is kind of underline the important information in the what are some of the important pieces of information in the title? You have $65, right? So you have $65 to spend on lunch at the local pizza place. So we don't, none of this other stuff, right? Just ignore all that. That's just going to confuse the hell out of you. Now we have the medium pizzas are $10. And the large pizzas are $12. So we've got $10 and $12, right? But let's identify which is which, right? Which ones are $10? So underline medium also. And then underline which ones are $12. And then underline medium and large. Because then what we need to do is we want to write an equation that models the different amounts of so we need to have, what should we probably have, we need to have variables, right? What do we want variables? Because what are we trying to figure out? How many of each, right? So we need how many variables? How many different types of pieces are there? There's 2. This just gives us size. This doesn't give us like talking about size. So we're just talking about size. So we should have 2 variables, right? What do you want them to do? We think we should do. We can use X or Y, or we can use M and L, right? Why would I use X or Y? I just said M and L first. So designate them on the sheet, right? what's your X going to be? What do you want your X to be? And what do you want your Y to be? Okay, we'll have our X be our median. And we'll have our Y be our rate. Now, what's the very first thing we want to do? What's the very first piece of information you underline in the paragraph? How much money you have, right? So, that's your total amount of money, right? So if we're gonna write an equation, it's gotta equal 65, right? So we put equal 65, the equal sign, and then 65. So we then, what are we trying to figure out? With $65, right? Let's also go into here, so we want to look at how much is a median. Now, which one of those videos? That is right? So, you can do it this way, per. So it'd be 10, well, it's actually, I'm trying to think, that's for the games, right? What is it for the people? So it's $10 per game, right? And it's $12 per artist. I write a line like this, because that's the way you'll see it at the store. You go buy stuff, like if you go buy meat, you measure it by the chicken, right? Like Costco, like Walmart, usually it's $1.99 per pound, right? If you had 2 pounds, it would be 2 times $1.99, right? So, per pound, so it's like 2 pounds, 2 times that. Here, it's $60 per game. If you bought 2 games, it would be 2 times $65, right? So now, we want to figure out our pieces. We want to add these together. If you add them together, show our total. Only enough to put equal 65 is to the right. So you kind of like to like go towards the line so you can see the total. You can write it. You got legal entry for put equal 65 right there. Better to write it, but you know, for the medium, it's like 12 for large here. So you want it on one flowing number. Well, what math operation should we use between and x and 12? What are we doing? What are we trying to figure out? We have $65 total, right? What are we trying, what combination are we trying to figure out? The different amounts of medium and the large medium. What's and that? No, that would be like twice. So, addition, right? Alliday, and Jesse, and Mr. Atkinson, total of 14 million. So, Alliday, Carlos, so what we're trying to figure out, we're trying to use super challenging condition. Because we're trying to figure out how many medium pieces we can buy, right? Because that's all we're going to figure out. Well, we know it's $10 per, right? It's $10 per medium pizza, we just don't know how many meters, that's why we're going to use the variable. And we know it's going to be plus $12 per number of large pieces in there equals $65, that's all you have. So, if, what is this for? Go back to very cool here so far. So you're seeing like what we've done. So we essentially, you can either write it this way or that way. Whether it's 10x plus 12y, or whether you write 12y plus 10x, it's the same thing, right? So it doesn't matter. Because technically it's written backwards. So, what's it asking? What's the question? Let's go back to the question. What's it asking us to do? If I asked you to see, I want you to tell me how I kind of explain it to you. What are we adding together? Explain to me in words what we're adding together. Use your fellow friends of the universe. So what I'm trying to say, I'm not asking you that question. Right question. $10 per pizza plus $12 per pizza equals $60. So we've had you, if I wanted you to find out, all right, how many medium pizzas can I buy with $65? Because you go to the next question, right? Just mathematically, how would we do that? It's just going to go now, just going to go to the equation. So we have 10x plus 12y equals 65. I want you to solve for x. I want you to for x. How do you do that? Maybe we also need to we're going to solve for x, we've got to, in fact, we've got to get rid of this, because I want to get the x equals, right? So I need to move this, so the one x here, and the side of each one. So I've got to move this first, so it's the opposite of opposite. So we need to manage all that, so you can back forward that, and do the same thing on the other side of the equation. These aren't my terms, these are we've got 10x equals 55 minus 12. Now, how do I get x by itself? There is no coefficient in this is 10 x. Divided by 10 is actually just 6.5. Minus 12 divided by 10, I can use this into 6 minus 6. I can switch this around, put it to step 1. So essentially this is done as far as what the question was. But you try and do number 2 by yourself as well.
then we need to you wait and three come up together. I want to see if you go until you guys get stuck. So you use this stuff and then you're done.
Just continue working, I'm gonna shut this off. It'll be recording.